Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and it's Margarete Miller time. And I believe we're on number 30. Let's have a quick check. Yep, we're on number 30, there you go. So, well past the halfway mark as far as I'm concerned, so let's have a little look at the prompts. I cannot say it was easy finding the stuff for this one, so let's move that over, and I think it's one bar in from the edge. That's okay. Hopefully that's in the right place. Let's go through the stuff I dug out. As I said, not the easiest ones, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll all come together in the end anyway. So the first thing on here is something maroon. Well, maroon colour, burgundy, it's a deep purpley colour. I mean, basically I just thought it was something that was like a really dark red, to be honest with you. I found these two pieces which come from a craft kit, and that actually fits really nicely there. So I don't know if I'll use both of them, but I have those. I did pull out a really large butterfly, although not majorly maroon. There's bits in there, it's more brown than maroon, but I'm quite happy to use that if I want. And then I pulled out a few other little bits, like there was a corner spot I had, that's a sticker, and a few stamps that are nearly maroon but almost brown. So you can see I struggled with the colour thing. Graph paper, we've seen this graph paper 1,000 times before. It's going to go on this page somewhere, don't know where, but it's going on here somewhere. Origami or another kind of folded paper. Now I was going to cheat. I was actually just going to use an envelope because that's folded paper, and I thought, you know what, let's go in the spirit of this. So I made a bird. I went on the internet and I found easy origami, and I made this little bird out of a square of note paper. I'm very pleased with that. So there you go. So I'm going to use that on here somewhere, and that sort of fits perfectly in that area as well. So that's possibly where that's going to be. So put him to one side. What else? Colourful paper, right. I've got this. This is a bit of jelly printing by me, and I really love this, and I thought that's a nice vibrant background. So that's colourful paper as far as I'm concerned. What's a place? Struggled with a place. I've got the word garden, which may go into it, and also I've got a strip of the edge of a map that's got all place names on it. So I'm not sure whether it's going to just be the garden or whether it's going to be this. I don't know. The place always seems to throw me slightly, but we'll work on it. I've got some book pages with me, and as you saw, I've got some green paper as well, just in case I want to add some of that to it. What's the last thing? Portion of brochure or advertisement. I've got these things that, like, that's advertising a restaurant, that's advertising United Nations, that's athletic meet, that's a show. This came through junk mail with me, and these are a couple of brochures. So I've got stuff, and this has got that brownie colour in it, so that might actually be in there as well. And then a couple of other little things I found along the way. I quite like this bird because I thought I've got a bird on here, and this has Asia and Europe and Africa on it. So I thought that could actually, if I don't do anything else word-wise for the place, this could be what we use. And then last by no means least, because you know me, I like to put odd things in, I found this decanter, and it's got red wine, or shall I call it burgundy, for lack of trying to be near the maroon. There you go. So basically I'm going to just start getting stuff down on this page with my tear ruler and my scissors. I've got art lifted glue because I think the origami needs to be stuck down with that, and I've got myself some of my regular Pritt stick, and I've got a spreader. So let me just start by getting stuff on this page. And I think what I'm going to do first and foremost is I might just cover this entire page with this. So bear with me while I do a bit of tearing. So I have been answering comments on YouTube, so hopefully if you've sent me a comment, and thank you for all of the comments you send. I do love reading them. I do react to absolutely everyone, even if sometimes it's only a thank you or a thumbs up or something. I do my absolute darndest to make sure that everyone is answered. They're not always answered immediately, I will freely admit that, but then there's a reason for that. Life's a little busy sometimes, but I do try to sit down at least, say, every other day, if not every third day. and try and spend a little bit of time catching up on them. But as with the rest of us, the world is beginning to turn again, I believe. And in turning comes obligations. So there you go. So anyway, so that's where I'm at with everything. So I am answering comments as I can. I'm still loving having them. Thank you for all of them, and thank you for the support. I'm doing the Margarete Millers in advance, as you know. I am, however, trying my darndest to get myself into, I need a bit more off that one, into a place where I can start filming other videos as well, because I've got a very, very, very long list of other videos I want to film. Things that are home decor, things that are craft orientated, things that are junk journal orientated, just stuff really. So yes, there's more coming from me. I just need the time to do it, but I am slightly on the treadmill at the moment of work, TV shows and stuff like that. I've ripped that too far down, need to rip that a little bit higher. TV shows, work, prep work, filming, but you know what, that's good. It's all very, very positive stuff, and I'm more than happy to be doing it. After all, it is my livelihood. So the world is grinding back into normality. I could have cut that over there a bit further, but actually I'm okay with that because I've got other things to go on it. As I said, the world is grinding back to normality, or a version of normality, should we say. I don't know whether I want to call it normal. It's not normal by any shade of my imagination. I'm going to put this in the parking lot along with this, because you never know when I'll need that in a future project. So let's bring the old glue book in. Hopefully you can still see that where I am. And get little bits of this stuck down, and then we can get into the creative mode. So yes, things are beginning to get back to normal. When this airs, which I think is about the 21st of July, yeah, 21st of July, Britain will have made a decision on the 19th of July as to whether we're coming out of all our restrictions for lockdown, masks, social distancing. Everything will be, well, I will say back to normal, but it's not going to be normal. But so there's decisions to be made about that, should we say. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I do understand that there has to be a point at which we start again. The world cannot be, I thought that was going to happen, ended with empty glue stick, right, new glue stick. The world can't go on forever living on the government's finances. We need to be able to get our economy back up and running. We need to get our lives back up and running. We need to get the kids back and being educated. We need people to go back to work. We need people off furlough. We need those in care homes to be able to see their relatives again. We need those people who are stuck abroad and not been able to get back since the beginning of this to be able to travel again. I mean, there's a heck of a lot to do. Oh, excuse me, frog in my throat. There's that darn frog. I need to look that up. If anyone knows what a frog in the throat, where that came from, please let me know, because I don't know. Right, I'll trim that little bit off. Actually, trim it off now. It's easier done, then I won't forget it. So yeah, it's getting people back to a newish way of life. I mean, I do have a friend out there who went to visit his other half about 2 years ago now in America, and has never been able to come back. So bless his little heart, he's stuck out there in America. Well, I would say stuck, but to be honest with you, he ended up marrying his other half, and they're both very, very happy, and he's now ending up going through the immigration process. So, I mean, whether that was planned, I very much doubt it, but the universe had it on the cards for him. So good for him. His life has changed, as has all of ours. But I know that he is very, very homesick to be back in Britain. So I too will be very happy when the regulations on travel are lifted slightly, because, as I'm sure I've said before in these videos, I am not really willing to go ahead and book oh, sorry about that, not really willing to go ahead and book flights, not knowing that I haven't got the right travel visas or that permissions in place. I think I'll stick that up there just so that, I mean, I know there's other stuff going over it, but I just want to, just in case there's a space left. So yeah, I don't want to book anything without knowing that I'm not going to hit a problem. Right, so I think that's fine. That's given me my nice bright background. So let's think, right, we have to use this graph paper. Every single time I grab for the graph paper, we never end up using it. So I think I'm just going to tear. Let's be adventurous in this one. And if I tear 3 pieces of it, let's do a ruler on the edge of that one. I'll see if I can get them in somewhere. Oh, okay, you're only having that bit then. For me, life is definitely beginning to return. I've got cake shows beginning to book me again. I've got people chasing me for workshops now, and classes, which I'm still a bit like that about doing, because I'm like, really, is it still safe? But just know that it's something I'm definitely considering. So if you've sent me an email going, oh, Ceri, can you actually teach for me? I will get back to you. I just need time to mentally assess how I feel. I'm just doing vintage photo on the edge of here, because otherwise it's going to look really, really stark up against that coloured background of mine. And before you ask, yes, I will be doing jelly printing videos at some point. Just 'cause it's something I do. I do make my own backgrounds very often. And it's an enjoyable thing to do. So maybe I can introduce you to jelly printing. Not that you need to rush out and do it, but it's another thing that is out there. Okay, right, let's pull the glue back in. I'm wondering where I want these pieces. I'm wondering. Decisions. Let's stick this piece down first. I don't know why that one just caught my eye. It's going to go on here in a minute. Let's see. I think the British government are getting back to normal, because there's the usual amount of scandal happening around politicians and allegations and stuff like that. So basically that's all up and running again. So when is there not an allegation of something when it comes to a politician? That's what I want to know. Let's see what else is happening around here. Weather-wise, hey, guess what? I've got laundry on the line again. I swear I should be actually sponsored by a laundry detergent company. But yeah, so laundry on the line. It's been relatively nice weather, and then it was very, very stormy and wet, and we've been warned that this coming week it's going to possibly be a little more stormy again. I'm going to hang on. Actually, do I want to hang on to that? No, actually, I can see where I want to put it now. So apparently it's going to be showers and stormy this week, but then it's supposed to pick up again. So we'll have a little bit of a summer again. As I think I've mentioned to you, I am going away the first week of August. So that's another reason I'm trying to film ahead. So I haven't been on vacation for several years. So for me, it's going to be wonderful to be able to get out there. I'm going to the Cotswolds. So that's a place here in England. Very beautiful part of the world, I believe. Not been there before. Well, not to my knowledge have I been there before anyway. So that's where I'm off to. Right, let's have a little bit of a look. So I've got all of that on there. Now, I really did like this colour. And I really did like the fact that it sort of works. But I don't want a lot of it, so I might just tear this down and cover that white edge up. Where I tore the wrong piece. If I do that up there, take that flat top off that, just run a little bit of this down there. Not that I want it vintage photoed, but just so it'll blend a little bit. It'll have a little bit of almost shading in it. So yes, I'm going to the Cotswolds for a week. I going with friends, or friends are all meeting me there. Friends I haven't seen for, well, some of them I haven't seen for nearly 2 years now. So I'm excited for that part of normality to be coming back for me, so I can actually see my friends. How exciting is that? Maybe not exciting for them, but, well, they better be excited to see me or there'll be an issue, let's put it that way. Because it's in the middle of the countryside, the cottages I've hired are actually on a farm, so I'm going to be able to do lots of walks and stuff like that. I intend taking some inspiration from nature as far as creating stuff. I'm going to take my flower press with me so that if I see any flowers or foliage that I really like, I will put them in the flower press. I think this will be enough of this at this point. The thing with that is you have to be really careful that you don't take plants out of nature in this country, so I had to be a bit cautious of what I do and how I do it. But I think as long as I don't destroy any plant life or take actual plant life, I should be okay. I mean, after all, I'm only after like 1 or 2 leaves and maybe a flower here and there. So I don't know. I've got to make some conscious decisions about that. So right, that's coming together nicely. Let's fold that up because I don't want to have that down. Right, let's look at a couple of the other elements now that are actually on here. So something maroon. There's nothing maroon on here yet, but we do know that I really like the idea of that in there. If that's there, I've got to do something about that, and that's not a problem. I just need to think about what it's going to be. So, it could become a postage stamp. Postage stamp will cover that up lovely, so let's just get a postage stamp over that so it doesn't work its way into my psyche and make me worry about it. So there you go. You can sit there. I think is that King George or King Edward? I'm really bad at our royal families. I think right. So we've got this. Let's just get rid of the white edges on this. This was from a paper or a die, a paper or a card pack from, I think it was Craft Creations, I'm not sure. They're a part of KTC Designs here in Britain. I don't actually know whether the paper pack is actually still in existence, I must admit. It's been several years ago since I actually had this kit. And this was just one of the pre-cut bits of ephemera that was left on there. So, okay, I like that. That's cool. Do I like it enough to actually want to put the second piece in? I don't think I do. Am I still in shot? Hopefully I'm still in shot. I could balance it up there, but I don't think so. I think this is going to go into the parking lot. Other things to consider, right? The word garden. I do quite like the word garden. I'm just covering that up totally. Actually, I don't need to do it there, do I? Cover it anywhere I darn well please. Question is, do I want to use that? Or, as I said, I do have a sticker that says different place. Actually, that balances that quite well. I think the garden has just decided for me. Right, I'm going to do a bit of vintage photo on this, or else it's going to look too pristine. So I'm just going to come around the edge and just do this. This is a sticker. Where did this come from? This came from my last order from Mackie Stamps. So Mackie Stamps is, funnily enough, I have the brochure. Here it is. Mackie Stamps is this company. They're based in Germany, I think. And they make exquisite rubber stamps, and they make really good stickers as well. I've just ordered some butterfly stickers again. I've already used my previous amount, so they're there. So if you're looking for detailed rubber stamps, they have some quite unique stuff. So right, so peel this off here now. It is quite sticky, but you know me and my lack of trust of sticky. So let's take that. I think popping that up there will actually, that's ticked the box as far as the place goes. So where I'm up to, I've got something maroon, graph paper, origami. Right, origami or folded paper, right. I'm going to put him in there because I think that looks absolutely darling. Darling, what sort of word is darling when I'm using this? I'm going to use art glitter glue on this because it's going on to glue, cardstock, and I want to make sure it's down and secure. Now I'm sort of tempted to want to glue the wings down, but then I like the fact that they pop up as well. So I think if I close the book carefully, I should be okay with that. Right, that's going to sit there a second. Let's say I can put on that. Just put some, oh actually I've got a candle. Right, there you go, standard candle on that. Candle's not staying, obviously, that's just there's a little bit of weight to hold that down. And always put your art glue needle back in the top, because if you don't, you'll never get it in again. So right, so that's given me that. What's next on here? Colourful paper, that's already on there. A place, we've got a place. Brochure, right, the brochure has to go on, but I also want to put on this butterfly. And in my mind, the butterfly has always been on this page. I don't know why, it just feels like it belongs on this page. So let me sit that one there a second, because I also have this, which I hadn't planned on putting on. I wonder, I quite like layering stuff up, as you know. Let's play around with that. I do have another one of these stickers, but I don't think I'm going to put it on, so that's going in the parking lot. I've got some stamps, and I've got a flower sticker. That flower sticker might look nice there, actually. Let's move you guys up and put the sticker there, if I can get the back off the sticker. Yay, I got it off. Anyone who knows me knows I struggle with stickers, but then I'm finding quite a few people struggle with stickers. So, and always I put a bit of glue stick on it just to give it some permanency. So I reckon if I pop you there, I'll just trim where necessary. Come on, unfold. There you go. That's better. So let's see. So what else is happening? I am very eager for cinemas to open again. Apparently one or two of them have opened already, but not my local one that I like to go to yet. And I'm hoping it isn't a sign that actually it's never going to open again. I love going to the movies. Even when I was a kid, I always used to escape to the movies. I think that's probably held that down long enough now. I always used to escape to the movies. It was just my way of dealing with life, I think, actually. So that might work there. I really want to use this butterfly, but I really want to use a bottle as well. And I don't mind both of them. You know, Ceri, it's your collage. You do as you want. So I'm going to. Yes, so I haven't been to the movies now for, like the rest of us, well in excess of a year. And I really, really, really want to go. There's some new movies coming out in the future that I'm looking forward to. And can I remember a single one of them at this moment in time? Probably not. Oh, actually, yes. The new sci-fi version of Dune is coming out. Dune is a movie I absolutely loved when the first version came out. So I'm hoping with the advances in technology and IT and visual effects that it's going to be a phenomenal movie. So I'm really looking forward to that one. What did I see the other day? Luke Evans is actually filming the prequel well, I'm not sure how this is going to work, the prequel to Beauty and the Beast with Disney. It's going to be not an animated version. It's I don't know what they call it. There's real actors. It's live people. So I don't know whether Emma will be in it again, but I know Luke is already filming it. So that's going to be interesting. I'm a little bit torn about whether there should be a prequel or not, but then you know what? These big companies are out to make money, and that's what they do, and that's what keeps the industry going. So I didn't glue enough on there. So good on them, and I hope they do a good job. I mean, it will be interesting to see just how they've taken that story in another direction. I mean, if you look at, what was the one? Sleeping Beauty, when they actually took that and made Maleficent out of it. I must admit, I was sceptical. I went, ooh, how's that going to work? And it worked. It did work. It really, really did work. I mean, they've done, is it 2 Maleficents now? I think they've done 2 films of the Maleficent with Angelina Jolie. So I nearly didn't get that name then. The brain was failing me. So I did enjoy those movies. It was a nice twist on the original story. It certainly wasn't one that I would have envisioned, but they took that one character and developed it, and good. It was interesting. It was a good twist. Right, I'm pretty much just sticking stuff down at this point, guys. I'm not really giving it this much thought, and I don't know why I'm not giving it this much thought. I'm going by instinct here. I just feel that things are just going in the direction they wish to go in. So I'm loving this as a backing paper, I must admit. Right, I've got one more stamp sat in here, so I'm going to use it anyway. So it saves me putting it back in the album. Those of you who have asked about my craft cave, yes, I'm loving it. I am trying to film as much as possible. I'm trying to be as creative as possible, but as I said, I'm finding that other things are kind of getting in the way, which isn't a problem, because getting in the way is the way things are. Do you know what I mean? It's just life has to go on. I'm sort of under a contract until the end of November with a company that I licensed my name to. So after that contract has ended, then my obligations to do stuff for that company will reduce considerably. I mean, it's an amicable, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean? It's amicable, the contract end. I mean, it's basically the contract's just come to an end. And we've decided that it's probably beneficial for both of us, both companies, both mine and theirs, that we actually take a new tact or a new direction. So although there is no contract, there's still a very strong working relationship. So that's a happy place for me, because I'm not one for loving contracts, I must admit. I always feel like I'm trapped, when really I'm not trapped, because I decided to say yes in the first place. But it's good. We're moving forward. We're changing the way we all work. There will be more TV shows off me in the future, as I've already said. I'm wondering whether to put book page in, or whether I'm looking at this going, am I finished? You are stuck down. Right, is everything on here? Something maroon. I've got what I call maroon. That's probably more maroon than anything. Graph paper, got that on there. Origami, yes, I did my little bit of origami. He flaps his wings, love that. Little bit of origami. I was thinking, should I make a mobile out of them? Lots of them. And I went, that sounds like a lot of effort. Colourful paper, I love how I've used that, because that looks like rust. I'm loving that. A place, what was the place? A place is Asia, Europe, Africa, that's fine with me. Portion of a brochure or an advertisement, that and that, both advertising. Looking at this, I'm wondering whether I really need anything else on here. I don't know that I do, but I'm thinking, do I want to put, I'm kind of feeling I want to put some dates on there. I've got my date stamp here. Well, I've got 2 of them actually. I don't know where the other one came from. Maybe, oh, I know. I ordered one and 2 arrived. And then I've got this set with, I think I'll use those numbers instead actually. I think I might just want to go in and add a few numbers. Right, where's the archival gone? Right, I'm going to use black archival for this. Oh, the sun's just come out. Sorry if that suddenly blinded you. I can't get it off. Right, I'm just going to, at random, choose numbers and put a few numbers on this page. And you knowing me know they're probably going to be in 3s anyway. So, is that 9 or a 6? It's a 9 now. And I think one more number. Let's put number 4. I quite like the number 4. Actually thinking about it, I might actually put one of those date stamps in because I like the fact that it's a long string of numbers and therefore it can go down the side of a page. So here we go. I never seem to change the numbers on this one, so let me just pop that in there. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of. I'm going to get in there. This feels like it needs something. Don't know what it is it needs, but it needs something. Trying to think. I'm thinking whether I could put a rubber stamp of some sort on it. Sorry, I don't know whether you can hear me over there. I'm going to pull out a rubber stamp. As I've got the ink pad out, I might as well see what I can do. I must admit, I'm a great lover of rubber stamping. Bear with me, I'm just over here in the corner, just rooting through my drawer of stuff. I love this stamp. If I would have known this, I would have put this one on first. Let's hope that's all together. If you're going to ask me where I got my stamps from, I can't answer it. A lot of the time I will buy stamps from rummage bins, or I will buy them from online auctions and stuff like that. There you go, like that. I don't think there's anything else I want to put on here. Let me just have a look. Sorry, I've gone really quiet, guys. I apologise. Actually, there's a couple of stamps on there, literal stamps, like postage stamps. I just want a hint of stuff. I don't want it to be massively impressed. I think that's it. I think I need to stop. You know, when you get to that point, you're like, okay, stop, step away, step away. I think I'm actually at that point now. Let's put all that by. Let's put the lid on the glue and pull this in. Sorry about the sun. It decided to come out, which isn't usual. I wonder whether if I... Okay guys, you may have noticed there's been a complete change of lighting scenario here. What I've done is I waited for about 20 minutes for the sun to go back in, and I thought I'm going to refilm the end of this because the sun was really annoying me, and I thought it's unfair to you to then see a video where you can't see the end result. So here we are. The only thing I did is I put a little bit of vintage photo ink in that corner because that was a bit too white. But this is a result. I think it's okay. It's unusual. You know, I struggled a bit with it, but then some of the challenges are exactly that. They're a challenge. So all that's left for me to do now is, there's the social media links as normal. I would love you to like me, share me, thumbs up, subscribe. Constructive comments are always welcome. Nice to hear from you. Once again, I have forgotten to put that in. The website is up and running. It's www.kerrygriffithscreativedesigns.com. If you go down there, there's a little V, a little grey V. If you click on that, it will drop down. You'll then find a link to my website within that box, should you want to go and check out some other things I do. But all that's left for me to do now is just to say goodbye, really. It's Ceri the Crafter, that's Ceri the Crafter, saying goodbye. So it's goodbye until next time.